What's up, comic book fans? And welcome to Comics Icons. Now, JJ, what they call me. And today, we got more countdown to absolute power with issue number 3 of Suicide Squad Dream Team. And if you've missed any part of the first 2 issues of this mini-series, then I'll put a card at the top of the screen for you, and a link at the end of the video as well. But when we left off with this series, Dreamer had broken free from the Suicide Squad, and in retaliation, Amanda Waller gave up her secret alien colony called the Parthas to the media and other government agencies, causing a huge uproar amongst the people, and Amanda's refusal to go to sleep again. So if you guys are ready to find out if Dreamer can stay on the run or if she ultimately gets caught by Amanda and her Suicide Squad on her road to absolute power, then you guys know what time it is. Let's get it. So we kick this issue off with Clock King reading up on a dossier about Dreamer. It's got all her abilities and her family members listed, and everything else there is to know about her on there. Enough for Clock King to understand why Amanda Waller would want her back, and that she would be a considerable threat. And then we pick up with Amanda Waller inside of her new field command center in the presidential palace of the New Republic of Gamora. And she's been listening in on her team talk about Dreamer. Even Deadeye's mention of Amanda making them do her dirty work. But she's in the business of saving lives, she tells them, when she surprises the hell out of them since they didn't know that she was listening. Despite what they think though, she just wants to protect the country and the planet from harm. Same as she always has. No matter how they feel about her, she's hopeful that they can at least objectively see that she's the good guy here. But what Deadeye does know objectively is that she's a liar. So it's hard to see her good guy plight. But it doesn't really matter what he thinks since she's the one in charge and she orders him to just make sure that they bring back Dreamer. Because unlike the rest of them, she's not expendable. And Amanda intends to make her come around one way or the other. Meanwhile, the Suicide Squad catch a blowout driving on a rainy road and end up crashing into another car and totally wrecking theirs, making them have to walk the rest of the way to the Parthas, Dreamer's secret colony. But when they get there, it appears that an attack had already happened, as protesters met some very heavy resistance. And now the Suicide Squad is right in the middle of ground zero. This is Dreamer and they know it. She's hopping through the dreams of all of the bodies around the squad and has the team surrounded. So they yell out to her that they need to bring her in. And unlike her, they're expendable. But Dreamer refuses. If she leaves, then the protesters will keep coming and burn her colony down. So these guys are at one hell of an impasse right now, and there's no choice but to fight. And Dreamer holds her own here, and she really handles the Suicide Squad. But what she doesn't realize, they tell her, is that Amanda Waller is still gonna win. She always does. And she's gonna get Dreamer back on her own terms. And the fact that Dreamer has this belief that the good guys always win is exactly why she's gonna lose. People like Waller don't get where they are because of fairness. They get there because there's nobody that can stop them. But then Dreamer asks about the time, because she realizes one of her visions is coming true. And in that moment, there's a lightning strike. And now the rest of the Suicide Squad don't really understand what's going on, but it's enough to spook Dreamer away, and she immediately vanishes from this fight to the dismay of the Suicide Squad. Then we see that she had ran off to stop some idiots from burning down an elementary school in her colony. And just as she gets ready to put these guys down, the Suicide Squad find her again. And now that they see what's happened to this school, Harley Quinn is stunned. But the rest of the team stick to their guns, that they've got to bring her back and no harm can come to these humans. But Dreamer tries to get them to see that this is all a part of Amanda's plan. To let lunatics like this get away with brazen attacks like this. This is her plan for absolute power. And every dream that Dreamer's had for months has pointed her in the direction of Amanda. She's been poisoning public opinion against metahumans, aliens, and heroes so her crusade will look justified. And then the Suicide Squad just handed her Gamora on a silver platter, and she could turn into a super prison for when she takes over the world. Deadeye agrees with her though, and everyone knows that he's got no love for his Aunt Amanda. But Dreamer's gonna have to find a smarter way to win this fight, he tells her. And if she's noticed, Amanda hasn't been getting any sleep lately since Dreamer's been AWOL. So if Dreamer really wants Amanda, then working with the Suicide Squad is her best bet to get to her. Plus, it keeps them from getting their heads blown off. So either they can take down Amanda together, or she can stay here and keep playing whack-a-mole. But that mention of whack-a-mole takes Dreamer back to something that Amanda had said to her when all of this had began. That her time as a hero wasn't best spent playing whack-a-mole. And although she knows that she can't just leave her home to burn like this, she also knows that Amanda is by far the biggest threat to the future. So she puts down the ass clown and gives herself up. And then Black Alice puts her down. And as they call this in to Amanda Waller that they've got Dreamer and they're heading back, we can see the school burning in the background and the Dreamer falling. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the issue. So what did you guys think about this issue? Are you guys looking forward to Absolute Power? The DC event is right around the corner and we can see Amanda Waller putting together all of the pieces right now. But how you guys feeling about the Dreamer's role in this miniseries lead-in so far? Do you believe DC can pull off a dope event? I want to hear all you guys' best theories on how all of this is going to affect Absolute Power and the DC going forward. And as always, if you guys enjoyed this video and this channel, and you'd like to support the channel, then you can do so by stopping by the Comics Icon store and pick you up some of this merchandise, including the background music heard right here in this video available for download. Or by joining the Iconic Fan Club channel membership. And it'll be a link in the description to join. But with your membership, your voice will be heard during our interactive live streams with yours truly, where we could talk about everything that's been going down in these issues, as well as ones that you'd like for me to go over in the future and other comic book news. Plus, you guys will get loyalty badges, member shoutouts, and up to 20% off of Comics Icon's merchandise from the Comics Icon store. And now we've got new tiers to the memberships as well, starting at just 99 cents. Or you guys can donate to the channel with a super thanks. And if you're not able to do any of those, then you can still be a tremendous help to the future of this channel by dropping a like, share, and subscribing to Comics Icons for more icons in the comic book world. But ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time. I'm out. Peace.